I would rather support anyone who is competent from any part of the country. If you ask me my honest view, I wouldn't mind that position to be zoned to South-South, because I also want one of our own to call the shots there. After Ufo Tekaite became SGF Odori Obasanjo time, we have not had opportunity of serving in that capacity. And so we can also present credible candidates, to fill that position. But merit should be the operative word.
Okay, also issues of, let me come to you now, Mr. Curtis Adigba, issues of temperament, issues of merit, like you said, and not forgetting the fact that the crisis that rocked the APC has been one of issues of appointments. A lot of people who are grieved in the APC that there have been lopsided appointments under this government. What would you say, for example? A lot of issues in the APC. Did you see the suspension of Mr. Babachir Lawal coming?
Well, I want to say, look, Sean, let's look at it from this point of view. There will always be crisis in political parties. So long as you have interest aggregating, you are going to have crisis. But how you manage a crisis is also very, very important. Now, until Babachir Lawal became the secretary to the federal government, I don't think so many Nigerians heard about him within the APC, even as a political party. Babachir Lawal was not even mentioned as a candidate for that position. It was basically Amechi, Ogbonnaya, and some top APC leaders. And out of the blues, he got the position. And like Afegwa said, I think he shot himself on the foot. Because by his remaining in the government, cast a long shadow over the anti-corruption fight. And let me tell you that because he never occupied any key position within the APC as a party, the fact that he was removed as secretary to the government of the federation itself will not cause crisis within the party, except there are other factors, that are causing this problem. So I don't see his removal as a big problem. No human being is indispensable. In this country, we've got a lot of people who are qualified. They're talking about temperament.
Okay, because I would like you to. He's been a long-standing friend of President Muhammadu Buhari, long-standing friend of.
But the president has got a job to do.
From a political party, and the president even at some point has defended to say he will put people that he trusts in such position, and that's one of the defense of bringing Mr. Babachir Lawal as the SGF at that time.
Well, but you know, character evolves. Mr. President must have known him over a period of time. But Mr. President never knew him as secretary to the government of the Federation with this enormous power at his disposal. So the fact that nobody is saying is already guilty, but I think the president has done the right thing, because you see, you had this pervasive feeling and talk out there that the president is shielding those who are close to him.
Do you see the president bringing him back if he's not found guilty?
Well, I'll be speculating if I say he will come back or he will not come back. But
morally speaking, do you think Babachir Lawal should come back? If you were the president right now, and the vice president reports does not indict Babachir Lawal.
Let me tell you what I will do as a person. I will not bring him back. As the president of this country, I will not bring him back. Why?
From your knowledge of President Muhammadu Buhari, do you see him bringing someone he does not really have a personal relationship with as the SGF?
I think so. Look, how many people in his government today does he have a personal relationship with? How many of the ministers?
Look, but close aides is kitchen cabinet. There are a lot of people.
That's his
prerogative. Even Additional is a very good friend to.
But just friends, you cannot say they were really close friends. That's his prerogative to choose his inner cabinet. But the point must be made that the president will not put personal relationship far and above national interest or his reputation.
You think so?
I think so.
The president he has been criticized a lot of the time about the kind of appointments that he's made and the way he goes about it. Some people had even said, look at the crop of people. He's from one region of the country.
Let me tell you, I think the president is in the bind. In the sense that when you go to the northern part of the country, I have friends from that part of the country and I've spoken to them over a long period of time. They will tell you this president is unfair to the northern part of the country. And you ask them why, they say, look, all the key ministries, or what they refer to as A-list ministries, are all given to the south. That's what they tell you. Right. Now you come to the South tells you, oh, the president gave everything to the North. So it is a very, very, very difficult position.
Let me quickly get Mr. Afegbua's take on this one. The person of Mr. Babachir Lawal, a lot of people will tell you, and some of the internal sources that we have, they tell us that, look, there's a lot of maneuvering and a lot of politicking going on in the corridors of power that perhaps Mr. Babachir Lawal stepped on the wrong toes. Do you think that Mr. Babachir Lawal could return to that position if not found guilty?
If you ask me my honest opinion, I think we've had too much of Babachir Lawal, and this is my very honest opinion. Reason being that no one told him to go and do contract or allegedly carry out a contract that people have now raised queries about. The Senate did an investigation on that particular contract. We saw all manners of documents flying around. If the details in those documents are anything to go by, I think Babachir Lawal has been a sore thumb, on the anti-corruption crusade of President Muhammadu Buhari. And I say this with all due sense of responsibility. He may have the competence to act as to function as a SGF, but he also must bring to the table some level of credibility, some level of transparency, some level of probity in the way and manner he manages the responsibility of that office. Don't forget, SGF to the country is a very important. I don't expect office of the SGF to be a contract contract executing platform or body.
Okay.
I would expect that a man of his caliber or credibility should be able to add value to the anti-corruption crusade and not compound it.
Mr. Afegbua, we have to take a moment to go on the break, but when we come back, we'll be talking about the crisis rocking the APC, some of the grievances of some leaders of the party right now, which looks so much like it's snowballing. That's next on the program. Join us again.